Today I'm making a really fast meal, but it's going to be a good one. This is for when you need food in a hurry, but you want a delicious meal that's nutritious for your family. So it's going to consist of chicken breast mixed with spices. I have some brown and mixed vegetables. The oven is preheating. Let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Diabetic Diet Show. First thing I need to do is to make sure my rice is going. I've put it in this little rice cooker. Within 20 minutes, this little rascal will be done. The next thing I need to do is to preheat the oven, 425. When it beeps, it's done and it's ready to go. Next, let's turn on the burner for our vegetables. You can take the butter, you don't even have to take it out of the wrapper, throw it right in. My friends that work in restaurants tell me that's how they do it. So if you're ever in a restaurant and you get the wrapper of your meal, you'll know why. So the next thing I need to do is to put away a couple of things to get them out of our way. So there's the rice, there's the can for the vegetables, they're all set and ready to go. Next is the spices. So for spices, I used about a half of a tablespoon for each of these, except for the paprika, I used one. But you don't have to write this down right now. If you just click right down there on the subscribe button, you'll see the more button, and all the ingredients will be listed there. So let's get started and go through things. So I have my garlic powder, that's the first thing. Next is our thyme. Then we have our oregano, which is one of my favorite. So we get our oregano in there. Then we have our parsley. And you could do it that way, or I have fresh parsley. We just elected to use the dried. And then you need your paprika. And we're using regular paprika for this one. We're not using the smoked. So here's my rub. All of these, I'll get these put away in a minute. All you have to do is take these with your hand, mix it up a little bit, just like this. Then you want to take your pan and spray your sheet, whatever you're going to cook them in. I like to use a glass bowl like this. Get that all sprayed. Then I buy packages that are pre-sealed. And these also have a little bit of a marinade sauce on them. So these are really going to be good. So I'm just going to take and dump all these out in my dish. And if these were not pre-marinated, I would do more of a rub. But because they are marinated a bit, I'm going to do a sprinkle with my spices rather than the rub. So if you have chicken that has not been marinated, pat it dry with a towel, wipe it down with some olive oil, both sides, get your olive oil on both sides, then rub your spice on it, and that's why they call it a rub. After you do that, then you can put it in your dish, just like this. Turn these over. Gotta get a little messy when you do this. Pretty simple. This is pretty simple. Now, throw this in the oven for about 20 minutes total, but put it in for 10 and then check them, turn them over after 10 minutes. Timer's about to beep for the first side of the chicken. I'm going to make salad while the second side is cooking. So I'm going to go just turn them over. I would use oven glove for the hand that you turn them over. It's going to be a little more. pan was a little slippery. The dish. Make sure they don't fall out on you. For the salad, I have cucumber, celery, lettuce, carrots, and tomatoes. Some of this produce isn't the best. Sometimes you get good stuff and sometimes you get not so good stuff. The celery looked really bad. So what I do with that is I just use a peeler and I just try to take off the outside part that I don't like. It's about all you can do with it. Normally I buy organic, which means it's going to be sealed in a plastic wrapper, but they don't always have stuff. I live in a major metropolitan area outside Chicago, and you can go to the store. The store that I go to is Jewel, and it's owned by Safeway, and they do pretty good, but sometimes they run out of stuff. So you can't always get what you want. We have a recipe we're waiting to make. We got the radishes, but we couldn't get the watercress. So we just put the show on hold and do something different. Cut off the bad bottom. Cut off the top. There's only 2 of us, so I don't really need a lot of this, so it's okay if I don't have a lot of good material. For the cucumber, just cut off one end of the cucumber, cut it into about half. Stand it up, cut a plus, just like that. Now you have these flat edges that you can lay down. Food won't roll on you and cause you to get cut if you use a flat edge always. And today we're going to be using a pecan balsamic vinegar for our salad dressing with a squirt of lemon. So that will be delicious. Pretty simple. Celery, try to use the toe of the knife, cut down the center. This chicken will be done. By the time I'm done with this, my pieces are thin. If your pieces are larger, it's going to take longer. Of course, you're going to use a thermometer and you're going to check to make sure that your chicken is 160. Pull it out of the oven. It'll drift to about 165. That's where you want it anyway, it's about 165. For the tomatoes, I'm not even going to cut them up. I'm just going to put them on top of the salad, just like that. I've been buying, for making salads, carrots that are pre-cut. And we pull just a nice handful, sprinkle it on, looks good, just like that. Throw a little bit on the floor, because that's the way it is. And then a little bit of lettuce. The lettuce, you have to kind of pull it apart and break it a little bit. I have a digital thermometer. Then my gloves.
Here is the question of the day. Do you like tomatoes? If you like tomatoes, give me a thumbs up.
Well, these are done. So I'm just going to make some room for these and pull them out. You know, they have to cool for about 5 minutes before you can eat them, but they look really juicy. Wow. It's hard to work with gloves on, but I'm just taking, roll them around a little bit in this juice, just make them look a little bit fancier. Gives a little bit better appearance. Sometimes if you have company, you could spray these with a spray olive oil, and that will make them look a lot tastier. So that's just a little trick that somebody taught me. Now we can start to plate things up. Here we go, the rice on the bottom, just like this. If you want, you can make a little dent in the middle. Make sure it's a full plate. Just like that. And I think we need a little bit more vegetables here. So here's our vegetables. And then we have our chicken. Got a couple of nice pieces of chicken here. Just like this. And then I'll move some things out of the way here. Now I have my pecan balsamic that I'm going to put on my salad, just like that. And I will also put some salt and pepper on that salad. If you'd like, you can put some Italian seasoning on it. I have my Carrabba's mix of Italian seasoning that I reverse engineered and figured out how to make. So I could put some of that on at the table. Well, that's the show for the day. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.